I want to give you a scenario. You're president. People want to march to State House. Others are in another part of the country, perhaps preparing to loot a supermarket. If people want to march to State House and you are president, what would you do?
I mean, will people want to march to State House? Get police.
Do what?
Get police to restrain them. Haven't you seen that in other countries? Police go with shields. Yeah? These people are not armed. These people are not armed. Shield and get them not to break. But the orders that are given is to shoot, to control.
So you believe, because I just want to understand present circumstances versus if you were the person in power right now, is a march to State House a legitimate right of citizens?
First of all,
and to what extent?
To what extent? Let's go back a little bit. Who are these who are demanding to march to State House? These are people who feel totally betrayed, like our young people. We have had marches in the past. We have had doctors, we have had teachers demonstrating on the streets, and there's not been any breakages. The young people have been forgotten. Nobody is listening to them. When they complain using technology, with is it stereotypes, when they do that, what happens to them? They are abducted. Can you imagine? Abducted, I mean, a young person abducted because he's expressing his anger by that.
And do you believe they can express their anger in a march to State House?
Well, you know, if their problems had been listened to, I don't think they would get there.
Okay, so now I want us to imagine a scenario where you are president, people are marching to State House.
Yeah.
Whether or not you've listened to them or heard them or not, I just want to understand what your thoughts are around that. So it's President Maraga in 2027 or 2028 and people are marching to State House. What do you do? You will allow it?
You will have known from intelligence that this is planned. Find a way of addressing those issues. When you address those issues, if there are enough few who will march there, if I was in State House, I would even walk out and tell them, young people, what is it that you want? Talk to them and find a way of addressing their issues. The issue is go to the root cause of the problem. Without going to the root cause of the problem, you're not going to solve the anger will continue increasing.
Okay. Protests are a legitimate form of expression.
Exactly.
You are out on the streets. In response to that, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Gladys said this about you being on the streets. She said you were fueling protests while enjoying taxpayer-funded perks and pension. She said you were misleading children, destroying people's property. She went on to say, shame on you, Maraga, shame on you, Maraga, shame on you, Maraga. What is your response to that statement that was made on the floor of the House, and what is your response to Gladys Boss?
Thank you. You know, Boss said that I am enjoying retirement benefits paid by the government. It is not the government who are paying me. It is the Kenyan people whom I served that are paying me. And I'm entitled to that pension like any other retired person who is pensionable. So, why, if I've retired, am I gagged? Am I supposed to be gagged? Am I not supposed to? Don't I have constitutional rights to do what I want legally, which is there? As I've said, about 60 young people were killed last year in demonstrations when they were demonstrating against the finance bill, which they said was punitive. And look at the circumstances in which that bill was passed. I mean, the MPs literally was nearing the young people. And that's why the outrage was that great. Now, these people have not been compensated. Nobody has cared to think or express solidarity with them about their pain. These are parents. And I was moved myself, and I said, let me join these people, if only to tell them that Kenya, there are very many other people who are feeling for you.
Yeah, yet she said you were misleading people's children.
Look.
And being part of a group that's destroying people's property. I want you to respond to those direct allegations.
Yes. That statement of us is misleading itself. It's the first one which is misleading. I was not misleading anybody. I'm not the one who organized the demonstrations. The parents sent a notice to the police and said they were coming to demonstrate. And if my recollection is right, about a night before or 2 nights before, they were given assurances that you come and demonstrate, express your feelings. The police are going to protect you as you march. And I say, look, let us support these people. They are not alone. I mean, their pain is our pain as human beings, first as human beings and as a country. So I went and joined them. So for somebody to say that I am misleading, am I the one who is misleading all over the country? I have not made any particular statement that is inciting to those people, other than saying, look, what is happening to them is wrong, and we should, as a country, not allow it to go on.
The president and other members of the executive called what happened out on the streets an attempted coup, an attempt to overthrow the government. You were out there yourself. Was it? We are yet to see any evidence of that. What I can tell you I saw are police marching with the hired goons besides them. It's like the police were supporting, were themselves supporting these goons who were terrorizing the young people. The destruction of property. The destruction of property is not by the young people who were demonstrating. Some could be by criminals who took advantage of that. And some could even, I mean, with the information we are getting is some are actually hired goons to do that to justify the use of force by the police, I mean by the government. So that is not an excuse at all. So do you agree or disagree with the characterization of what happened on the streets as an attempt to overthrow the government?
I don't, because I can't see, or we have not been told of any organized. You don't go to the streets to overthrow the government. To overthrow a government, you need to plan, you need to allot. What evidence have we been shown? Quite a number of young people have been charged with terrorism. A very serious offense that calls for stiff terms of bail and bond. The whole idea is to punish them, to keep them behind the bars so that they can cause fear to others not to come. Those are not terrorists, I can assure you. These are young people who I mean, how do you terrorize the country with bare hands? We have not been told of anybody who was armed. So, I mean, all these are mechanisms meant to cause fear so that the government is able to control and not allow the demonstrations.
Whilst they're calling for good governance and you know, observance of the rule of law, you know, there's the slogan that they want the president to serve 1 term. He says, you know, he wants to serve 2 terms. CJ, they say 1 term. What do you say for Ruto?
Look, the condemnations that are howled against the president, the outrage expressed against the president, if he's listening to what the Kenyans are saying, if he's watching what is there in the social media, should see that he has lost legitimacy to rule. He doesn't have the Kenyan people behind him, and the honorable thing to do is to resign. If he did that, there will be all these things will end, and a new government will come in replace him, and listen to the people. Instead of doing that, he is getting goons to be used alongside the police, and that's a very dangerous path. That's a very, very dangerous path. When you go as far as getting goons to do what the police are supposed to do, you are treading on a very dangerous dangerous path. Wait a minute. You see today what I've seen in the news, actually, carried on a Citizen TV.
Yeah.
Are traders from, was it Ruiru, who are saying that they are coming up to defend their property. Why are they doing that? It's because the government has failed to provide protection that they require. Don't tell me that because of this looting, of course, they are reacting because they have suffered loss. But go back to who has caused that looting. If the government was being run properly, this would not arise. The traders are taking literally law into their own hands and protecting themselves. Everybody else is going to do that. What is the role of the government? The government is supposed to provide security to everyone, so that there is no need for traders to go and employ people who are not trained, people who may even turn against them. So it is. That's the chaos we are headed into.
You're the legal expert in the room. On one side, there's people who say we want him to serve one term and then we go to an election. On the other side, the president is himself saying these are illegal attempts to get him out of office. And of course, his supporters say he will serve 2 terms like his predecessors have done. I want to get your legal opinion, because you are an expert, surely all the way up until Chief Justice. Are the calls for him to run for one term illegal? What are the options for the president now? You yourself have said he's lost legitimacy to rule. And you've asked for his resignation. So give us that option in law. Couch that in legal for us.
The resignation? What?
Or the options that are available to him?
Yeah.
Between now and 2027?
Yes.
2027 and beyond?
Yes, yes. What these people are saying, one term, is that they are tired. They are tired of Ruto's governance system, and they are asking him to resign. Short of that, what the option that is there is for Parliament to do its work. Parliament has powers to impeach the president under the Constitution. The president has violated uncountable provisions of the Constitution. If Parliament were doing its work, the president would not be in office today. So what these people are saying when they are talking about one term is President Ruto resign. If you are not resigning, Parliament, are you listening? Impeach this president and get him out. Of course, the other option left there for the people is for the people there on their own initiative. But that's a long process, which will require a lot of funding. A lot of funds, and a process through the IBC. Is a long option. The shortest route to this is for the president to resign, or if he fails to resign, Parliament is supposed to impeach him. But my guess is as good as yours.
Yeah, well,
Parliament will not do that because it is captured. Parliament is captured. Instead, what they are doing, instead of even asking him to resign, they are now supporting him and telling him go on. Some of them are telling him, look, don't order the shooting of the young boys on the legs. Shoot to kill. We are listening to that. Others are saying, look, if you don't want to give him his full terms, we will still vote for him and fill the ballot boxes. That is the conversation. I mean, what we are hearing from politicians, I don't know whether you can hear of that from a civilized nation.